If we agree we need to do all this, then we need to think about different ways of delivering education so that we can do it all. Just the quantity of knowledge and skills that we're asking schools to give kids in 12 plus or minus years of education is probably 2 or 3 times what it was certainly when our parents went through and probably when we went through. And yet we're still trying to do it in that same fixed time period, and it's not working. So we really need to get out of the box and look at different ways of delivering that education using technology, using time, using resources that will look completely different from what we're doing today.
Our children need to acquire complex skills, such as the ability to direct their own learning, to think critically, and to adapt to a rapidly changing global society. Content knowledge is important, but content alone is not enough for living in the 21st century. And the way we assess learning must align with 21st century skills and knowledge.
First of all, primary sources have a very unique ability in instruction to develop critical thinking and analysis skills, as well as deepening content knowledge. And I think one of the things that I'm hearing from this conference is how there's a need for core curriculum, but then there's also a need for some 21st century skills.
Powerful learning starts with personally meaningful connections for the learner, either through the nature of the learning experience or the learner's relationship with a teacher or mentor. Learning must be relevant. Each student must see that the learning is important in her life. Wherever the learning occurs, a classroom, a job, an online discussion, the structure and process must encourage students to meet challenges, sustain rigorous effort, and construct lasting knowledge and skill. Where does powerful learning occur? Wherever someone's commitment and capacity to learn at all levels can be tapped. Perhaps a classroom, perhaps a job, sometimes in cyberspace, always in a space in which everyone is a learner. 21st century learning organizations are identified more by how they function than by how they look. Fulfilling the vision of 21st century learning requires us to rethink long-held notions about education, to overcome the inertia of what we always do, and to create new traditions. Administrators, educators, and policymakers must acquire and employ the very 21st century skills we hope to instill in our children. Schools need to reinvent themselves as learning organizations. The vision for 21st century learning must be incorporated into standards, curricula, and assessment.
The people who say, well, we can't do it all, my answer is, well, we can't do it all the way we've been doing it.
Well, we forget sometimes that the heart of the matter is a kid and his chances or her chances for success.
In the 21st century, each of us must be a learner, and each a teacher. 21st century learning matters for us all.